All right, guys. Well, today I was just stepped out of the Doña Ana County Government Center. Now, today is a beautiful day. Sunny Las Cruces here. We have a beautiful day, high of 66 at the end of December. Beautiful weather. Now, it will drop to like the 40s, sometimes the 30s. We're having cold fronts. But why is this significant here? Well, every year, because of delinquent taxes, by law, they have to auction out properties. So in today's video, that's what we're going to talk about, the pros and the cons of these auctions. Let's get to it. Now, before we start talking about the cons, if this is your first time to the channel and you do want to know everything about living, eating, breathing in Las Cruces, New Mexico, well, you've come to the right channel. Please, if you find these videos helpful, share the channel to other people, friends, family, neighbors, anyone. We love to grow our channel and we'd love to reach 1,000 subscribers. And we're going slowly reaching that goal. However, we would love to receive your help in doing so. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about the current market here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Now, my wife and I were a team, right? You guys know Tanya Alde. She's my wife. You usually see me in the videos. She does more of the paperwork and all that. And we're a team. Why is this important? Well, you get 2 for 1, 2 for the price of 1. And as a buyer, and trust me, we will fight tooth and nails so you can get the best deal out there possible with the changing conditions in the market. Now, guys, we do get calls and emails from people just like you that are thinking of moving to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and we love it. We love to help out people so they can move out to Las Cruces, New Mexico. So if you are thinking of moving to Las Cruces, New Mexico, send us a text, shoot us an email, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Las Cruces, New Mexico. Okay, guys, well, right now in Las Cruces, New Mexico, in the Doña Ana County, well, just in Las Cruces and close surroundings, there's about more than 420 properties available right now, and we're at the end of December, which is great because there's a lot of properties available, right? Well, but every year at the end as well, that's why we came into the office, so we can talk about when the county or when the government does take your property away because of not paying your taxes. Now, if you don't pay your taxes, they don't just do it right away. It has to be several years of you not paying taxes that they step in and sell the property so they can get their money, you know. So anyways, on the 21st of December, this is when it happened here in Doña Ana County. And the biggest pro of someone buying these properties is who doesn't like to save money, and that's what it's about. So let's say the assessed value of a property that you're looking at, let's talk about a 3-bedroom 2-bath single family home. So let's say that home, the assessed value is around 100,000. Now, assessed value is different than your market value. Market value would be a lot higher depending on what the homes are selling in the market. But let's say that the county has it assessed at 100,000, and at these auctions they can start the bid at, you know, maybe 15,000. So that's a big pro. Who doesn't like to save money? Every time we go to the store, right, and you go get some clothing, well, you want to be able to save some money, and a lot of people go to the sales. Why? Because you want to save some money. And right now, you know, who isn't suffering and who doesn't want to save some money? Well, this is a good way if you are looking to buy a property at a good price, at a discounted price, sometimes even 50% or more. It just depends on the property and depends who's bidding, depends who really wants it. So that actually is the biggest pro that I can talk about, is that you're going to get a property under the assessed value, and that's great. We all love to save money, and on a big purchase like a home, this is one way you can do it. However, that's the biggest pro. let's talk about the cons, right? Okay guys, so there is 39 properties here in Doña Ana County that will be auctioned. It may include land, single family homes. There's several single family homes, there is some land, and this is what's available. So now before we talk about the cons is, what do you need to do? Well, the first step would be go to the county clerk, get a list of all those properties and go through them. Okay, which one do I want to bid on, right? Now that would be the second step. You do need to get a bidder number, and everything that is being auctioned has to be paid on the spot, right then and there. Okay, so either cashier's check, business check, wire transfer. I mean, you have to be ready that if you win that bid, you have to pay. You got to show the greens, right? You got to go in there and pay them off, because that property is now yours. But is that property really yours? Well, that's what we're going to continue talking about. Okay guys, con number one is that you're going to have to do a lot of diligent work to determine whether there is liens on the property. So you're going to have to invest your time to go out and do a lot of research. And this is super important, because when you buy that property, you get all the good and you get all the bad. So if you've missed a lien, and let's say they did some construction on the house and there's a lien on it because they never paid the contractor and they owe $20,000, then you just inherited a $20,000 debt, additional to all the other debt, from buying the property. So that's con number one. So now, one way that'll help is getting title insurance, and that's going to have to come out of your pocket. Now, any research, anything you do, you will have to pay. Very different from when you're buying a home and you do a contract. Anyways, this is very different. So you'd have to pay upfront before you even go to the auction, right? This is before. All these steps are before you even go to the auction and win that property. So you have to make sure that there is no liens, and you do have to go to a title company, and you have to do all this research beforehand and pay money up front before you actually go to the auction day. All right guys, so let me give you one example, and I'm gonna need to look at my notes here because there's a lot of information, very good information here. There's a home in Doña Ana County that is 1,528 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It was assessed at $136,908. The starting bid was going to be $5,400. That's the starting bid. Now it's going to be full of people there, and then if you ever been to an auction, you know about the auctions, and they would drive the price up, but that would be the starting bid. So I just wanted to share that with you so you can get an idea of these homes. Now let's continue back to the next con. Okay guys, so con number two is determining the physical condition of the property. So that means that you would make an appointment and you can go in there and look at it. Nope, that's not really the way it works. You are not able to go into the property at all. You can drive, see the address, look around the property, but you would not be able to actually go inside the property and make sure the lights are working, make sure the toilets are flushing, make sure the air conditioning is working, make sure there's no septic issues, or make sure there's no drainage issues. None of that. You are not able to do that with these properties. So that is a big con. You can't figure out what's wrong, you can't see what's wrong with it, and you're not a handyman, or you don't know people that can fix things. That's a big con, I would say. All right, not only that, but let's say that there is somebody living in there. You cannot go and talk to the people living in there. They may be the homeowners. They're gonna have to be evicted. That's another thing, another con that you would have to do. You would have to evict the people from there, and it's a process as well. So it's not like you can go and just knock on the door and say, hey, listen, I'm trying to buy your house. So can I go in there and check everything before I buy it? No, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to go in there and ask the tenant anything if there is tenants there. All right, guys, so let's pretend now that you actually did all the thorough investigation. You went and you got with title. There's liens, you know about them. You're okay with whatever issues came up, and you know that you're risking that you're not able to go in there. So you still want to move forward, which a lot of people do. So that, let's say you're at that day, you got your bidder number, you walk into room 111, which was that room in our case over here in Doña Ana. And you're excited, you're happy, the bidding starts. You just won. You won a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Soon as you win, you step up, you pay it off on the spot. There's no other way. Okay, you won. It's an assessed value of 130,000 assessed value, and now you won it for 50,000. And you know there's other liens. You don't know any of the conditions, but you won. You're excited, you're happy. Who doesn't like winning, right? I don't know if you've ever been to an auction, but it is exciting. I used to go to car auctions all the time when I used to own a small dealership, you know, family owned. But it's exciting to be there, and you won. You get your prize, you pay, and you got your prize. Well, it's the same thing now, but this time you won a house, so you're excited. So does that mean that now you can go in there and you're done? Well, not really. Law gives the IRS 120 days to determine if they're satisfied with that amount. So even then you won, you still haven't won. Because if they say, oh no, you know, it wasn't enough, then in reality, they're just gonna give you your money back and you won nothing. So it's not a guarantee. Even if you do win that with the bidder number and you won that auction for that house, it doesn't mean it's yours yet. So what that means is, even though the IRS is not satisfied, you're going to get your money back for the auction, the amount you won. Let's say it was a 50,000. Any other amount of money that you put in with title company to make sure to, you know, to see the other liens and whatever other money you put in is lost. That's gone. They don't return that money, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's another con, right? Okay, guys, so the other thing is that, let's say you won that property, you end up getting it, those 120 days pass by, you actually won, and they tell you you're good. Now that means that there's nothing else you need to pay. Actually, there's more. You won it for 50,000. So when it's time to pay taxes, you're gonna have to pay market value. So if it's going for 400,000, guess how much you're gonna pay in taxes? 400,000. So that is the last con. Now it may seem that, oh man, we're gonna save a lot of money, we're gonna, you know, get this house, but it could also be a terrible nightmare, especially if you cannot get into the house. You do not know how unhappy the persons that were living there were. I mean, I've known situations where, you know, they had to evict the tenant and a person got bags of concrete and mixed them and flushed them in the toilet. So now that house had to be taken apart so they can get all that concrete out of the drain lines. So the risk can be great or it could be rewarding. It just depends on the house. And there's many unknown factors. Now, needless to say, there's people that buy these homes and they buy them and they're okay with that. But is that something that you would like to do? Not many people will, right? Why? Because let's say you call us, hey Caesar, hey, you know, we're moving into Las Cruces. We want you to help us get a house. Great. So we're able to go into the house. So there is a lot of pros on calling us if you are looking for a home in Las Cruces, New Mexico, or working with a realtor. There is. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. Whatever you all decide to do is great, but just know the pros and the cons of buying these homes that go out in the public auction and they're being taken away or sold for tax purposes, for tax payments. Guys, if you did find this video helpful, then please subscribe below, share the video to others, anybody you know. We're still growing our channel. Remember, Tanya and I, we're a team. We're 2 for 1. We will help you find home here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So please send us a text, shoot us an email, give us a call. we'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Las Cruces, New Mexico. So guys, I do want to thank you for staying to the end on the video. We hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you on the next video.